Greetings, my fellow captains. Welcome back. Rosgrease Gaming back with another video, and today we have Spy in his Tier 7 Japanese battleship Nagato of the Imperial Japanese Navy. And I don't think we featured a video in Nagato in a very long time, if any ship. Tier 7, 400 I think 406, 410mm guns, if I remember. My brain's a little tired for the holidays, you know. How's everybody doing? You know, you had enjoyed your Christmas celebrations, and now, Raz, you're back into these ships. So, Spy here's got a video on Japanese battleship Nagato. Completed in November of 1920, struck in September 1945, sunk in Operation Crossroads. So she was blown up by a bomb, pretty much, a nuclear bomb. And she has some pretty hefty armor. You know, the waterline belt alone on the real ship was 305 millimeters down to 100. So 12-inch thick steel on it, and she had very powerful guns. Good lord, did she have some powerful guns. Her armament had 4 twin 41cm guns. Basically, you had 45 caliber 41cm guns, 2 in each pair, and they were super firing turrets on 4.5. So they were pretty powerful at the time. The turrets though were replaced in the mid-1930s and stored on the finished Tosha class battleships. But when they did so, they did increase the elevation of the guns from to up to 43 degrees. So it made the range on these things up to a sure whopping 41,000 yards they could fire. Now, bear with it, guys. I'm going to put a disclaimer here. See that stupid shift key in the front? I apologize in advance. There is no way for me to fix that. Due to World of Warships' new update, they have this stupid information panel on the game, and I can't do a damn thing about it. Now, if I hit the shift key at the right time, it will shut it off. But there's currently no option for me to switch that. See, I just hit the shift key just now. That stops it, but it will return. It does return after half the game, and then it goes away. So until World of Warships gets that removed, bear with it. We were honking horns there. I'm in here too with my Sean horse. I'm helping out. We were just messing around, spying me and on Twitch. So, like I said, if you want to see some content, we don't just do it on here. We do some stream stuff. So there's me, devastating strike on the for Taka there, the tier 5. We're top tier in this match, of course, and we're going around on the map, if I remember correctly, and yes, I do remember. We're on the map Estuary, which is a very nice map. It's one of the newer maps that they add to the content. And what else can I say about Nagato? Well, with her 41cm guns, she does have a very powerful punch. She has a decent set of secondaries. Her E to T air is, well, it's Japanese anti-air typical of Tier 7. It's there, but it's not going to win you any Pulitzer Prize. Colorado's better. North Carolina's a hell of a lot better. Any American anti-air is going to be way better. Gneisenau, actually, I think, has a little bit better air. And that's the first kill from their spy. And there's me honking my horn. We've been trying the new horns out. I'm hoping you guys had fun with the new content for that. And yep, that just happened. You just saw what I just saw. That destroyer didn't pay attention, and those torpedoes went straight in him. That's a fail. But you're going to expect that with some players, man. Now, Nagato, for being its ship, they do have a few drawbacks. other than anti-air. The armor, if you're a complete idiot, you're gonna get punished. The gun traverse is quite slow for its tier. Even with expert marksman, it does feel like it needs a little bit of WD-40 to turn the turrets around. Maneuverability is quite fair. Speed is quite decent for its tier. But also on top of all those drawbacks, also the main thing is the gun. Sometimes it's hit and miss. But then again, sometimes wargaming gives you a magical wand like that with me. I get those a lot, the magical hits. But sometimes you just have one of those days in the ship where you're going to be crying yourself to sleep with the accuracy. I mean, honestly, wargaming, it's got their own thing for each of these ships. At least it's not laser gun accuracy like certain other ships in this game, but dang. And spy fires again on that poor battleship, and yeah.
Got him! I got him!
Yep, that was bound to happen, folks. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, what do you expect? Do you expect him to have the not penetrate? No. The gun sizes on this ship are quite powerful. And look, Spy's just looking at the next British. Salvo out, and the accuracy looks pretty laser cannon. Yep, and there's a few incapacitations on the armor, and secondaries, of course, open up. But as you can see, he is taking a little bit of the licks right now. He's got probably about 1, 2, 3, 4 ships that can easily target him. Luckily, where I was positioned, they were mainly focusing on me, not him. And I was crying for help at the time, but Spy's on his own planet right now.
You underestimate my power!
There's Spies of the third kill of the match. And he's got quite a bit of damage. You know, he's got 53,000. It's quite fair for this tier. If he left now, I would say he would be quite smiling away, enjoying a fresh mojito. But there is more than this going on the way. For example, there's a cruiser out there at Nuremberg. Quite annoying little ship. And apparently quite more annoying than usual, as his salvo completely shacked on the target. However, he is turning broadside, and there is a second chance to redeem himself. Meanwhile, the Gaussianaire is spamming the high explosive on him, and is getting quite a bit of high explosive damage on him. Which is understandable, since the Gaussianaire has a very, very, very well designed high explosive shell. Meanwhile, the enemy, Gaussianaire goes still broadside. He was able to get a few penetrations and over penetrations onto the target. And you see, he's aiming right for those front gun turrets. He's not going for the main structure. And because of that, he's able to get a very, very good penetration on that shot. Perhaps he could have went for the middle, but those front gun ones are doing just as good. Why change when it's actually going well for you? My point exactly. Nuremberg's quite almost dead. This salvo might be the ender. Come on. Get him. That's his fourth kill.
Impressive. Most impressive.
Yes, very well. It's Star Wars, guys. I have to play it. It's Star Wars has been out and all over the news. So let it be so for a little while. Then we'll pull it back, put something else in. And Nuremberg's still kicking, but if Spy has his way, I don't think he's gonna last much longer. Shells out on him and look pretty good. Unfortunately, they did shack on the target, and only a few penetrated, or actually over-penetrated the target. So Spy's still staying nice and slow, and he's knows he's not really in trouble, especially with the majority of the lead on their side, and just waits for the opportune moment. Next double out, and it's already on the way. He might be able to tap him, and of course, yeah, Kraken unleashed. Well done, Scarecrow, their Spy. Ugh, God. Well done, Spy. That's how you do it, man. Then there goes the next ship. So there's only 2 left on the enemy team. 5 on 2. And yes, the enemy team has the majority of the caps, and definitely could have pulled a great lead. But unfortunately, with them losing so many ships, like dropping like flies, it's pretty much now a tie score, especially with most of the majority of the points being the battleship department or of the higher tier type ships. That's leading them to actually keeping in the game with the less amount. So at times, guys, even if you pull out, you might not be the best card to push out forward first. And the Spy's going right down the middle. He knows there's going to be maybe a ship or 2 that possibly be on this left. So he's looking towards the opposite cap, and he's possibly seeing maybe they're going to come and flank in the channel down the middle. And sure enough, there it is. He pops a shot at the ship, and one-shots him. And that's his Confederate and his 6th kill. And of course, the team quite humorous in how has transpired. Did you land a Citadel? No, he didn't, actually. He just landed a very good shot. And of course, the final ship. An enemy New Mexico. Now, the problem is the score's looking pretty bleak right now for him. If he gets his kill, he'll get his 7th. But on top of that, he also realizes that, well, there's not a lot of ships, there's not a lot of ways to get the points to stop flowing in. So he has to kill that ship if he wants to get his 7th in enough time to get the cap without getting those caps, or B, get it killed before the allied team kills that ship for him. And with this enemy ship over here, this cruiser firing high explosive, it might go his way, since high explosive does a very significant amount of damage in the long run. Even if it doesn't penetrate the main crucial parts of your ship, it can still do a great job of dealing massive damage to the overall modules and anti-air defenses of your ship. And Spy has one last salvo ready to go. We're praying. Can he get this? 7 kills. Come on. Citadel on the New Mexico, and that's his 7th kill. Well done, Spy. Good Lord Almighty and gracious. Confederate, Kraken unleashed, 52 hits, 1 incapacitation, 7 kills, 2 citadels, a cap, and 15 secondary hits. Well done overall. And of course, top leaderboards with over a lion's share of the experience compared to some of the other ships. But that's what you get with getting also a capture point and 7 kills. Maybe he got some of those points by the kills, but most of the majority is the damage taken or taken to those ships, and how much, how many points or how many caps you have. Even if it's defending a point, gives you quite a bit of experience. And of course, the damage drive just basis is the same thing. Quite a bit of damage overall. Very, very good mentality on that part. So anyway, guys, thanks for seeing this video. As always, hit that like button if you liked it, hit that dislike button if you don't like it. If you guys have other videos, please submit them down below at the email link down below with screenshots, of course, the file, and anything else you want to put in there. I mean, it's all for you guys. This content is for you. Hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas week. As always, take care of yourselves. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.